Life is full of challenging relationships, and almost everyone has encountered people whose behavior can be draining, manipulative, or hurtful. These are often referred to as toxic people, and they can affect our lives in subtle or profound ways, leading to stress, resentment, and distraction from our personal goals. But how do we handle these challenging individuals while maintaining our inner peace and well-being? One powerful answer lies in Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time for its practical wisdom and guidance on how to live a virtuous, resilient life. Stoicism, founded in ancient Greece and later developed in Rome, focuses on mastering the self, cultivating inner tranquility, and distinguishing between what we can and cannot control. It provides tools for enduring hardships and overcoming the emotional responses that often accompany difficult relationships. By applying Stoic principles, we can learn to navigate interactions with toxic people more effectively, allowing us to preserve our energy, reduce conflict, and maintain mental clarity. Throughout history, Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius have offered insights on dealing with adversity and maintaining one's character. They understood that while we cannot control the behavior of others, we do have complete power over how we respond. This guide will explore 13 Stoic-inspired strategies for dealing with toxic people, focusing on ways to build resilience, protect your peace, and ultimately grow as an individual through these interactions. The following sections, we will delve into practical Stoic concepts like the dichotomy of control, apatheia, emotional detachment, and premeditatio malorum, negative visualization. These time-tested ideas offer a path forward for those facing toxic influences. Instead of being drawn into negative cycles, we'll learn to rise above them, finding strength, wisdom, and inner calm. Whether the toxic person is a coworker, friend, family member, or acquaintance, Stoicism provides us with the mental tools to handle them constructively, allowing us to live according to our values and remain unfazed by external negativity. As you journey through this guide, you'll gain insights into how to remain calm, set boundaries, and approach toxic people with compassion, yet discernment. These 13 Stoic principles will not only help you handle toxic relationships, but also deepen your understanding of yourself and strengthen your character, empowering you to lead a life of greater resilience and peace. The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, introduced by Epictetus, emphasizes distinguishing between what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses, and what we cannot control, such as the actions and attitudes of others. When dealing with toxic individuals, we often experience stress or frustration trying to change their behaviors or attitudes, but this is ultimately futile and counterproductive. Stoicism teaches that by accepting the limits of our control, we can redirect our energy toward our own responses and actions, which are within our power. This approach allows us to avoid being pulled into toxic dynamics and instead maintain a calm focus on how we handle situations. Understanding that a toxic person's actions reflect them, not us, empowers us to let go of the need to control or fix them, focusing instead on how we choose to respond. In Stoicism, the concept of apatheia refers to freedom from destructive emotions, encouraging us to remain steady in the face of emotional provocations. Toxic individuals often engage in behaviors intended to provoke or manipulate emotions. By practicing emotional detachment, we can protect ourselves from this influence, viewing toxic behaviors as irrelevant to our inner peace. This detachment does not mean being cold or unfeeling, but rather maintaining an even keel that helps us respond calmly rather than react impulsively. When we encounter toxic behavior, we can choose to view it like a storm passing by, acknowledging it without letting it disturb our internal stability. This emotional resilience strengthens our ability to remain unaffected and focused, rendering toxic influences powerless over us. For Stoics, self-respect and integrity are fundamental to maintaining peace of mind. Part of this respect involves establishing and upholding personal boundaries, especially when dealing with toxic people. Boundaries signal what we will and will not accept, protecting us from the draining effects of toxic behavior. Setting boundaries does not require hostility or conflict. It simply involves calmly and clearly communicating limits. Toxic people may resist or even push back against boundaries, but it's essential to remain firm. Stoicism encourages us to respect ourselves enough to maintain these limits, knowing that our peace and well-being are worth defending. Boundaries then become a practice in self-care and respect, ensuring that we prioritize our values and mental health over toxic influences. The Stoics advocated for avoiding idle talk and meaningless drama, as these habits only serve to clutter the mind and cloud judgment. Toxic people often create or perpetuate drama, using gossip, complaints, or exaggerated reactions to draw others in. Engaging in this drama not only wastes time but also distracts us from our true goals and values. By refusing to participate, we demonstrate mental clarity and purpose, keeping ourselves grounded and unaffected by trivial disturbances. This stoic restraint allows us to sidestep unnecessary conflict, avoiding the mental exhaustion and negativity that drama brings. Instead, we can direct our energy toward meaningful pursuits, remaining calm and focused on our own path. Stoicism places great value on self-reflection and understanding one's motivations, strengths, and areas for growth. When dealing with toxic people, self-reflection can be invaluable for understanding why certain behaviors affect us and identifying ways to strengthen our responses. Toxic individuals may trigger old insecurities or anxieties, but self-reflection helps us recognize these patterns and address them constructively. By knowing ourselves, we develop the resilience to manage difficult interactions without letting them impact our self-worth. Self-reflection enables us to approach toxic situations as opportunities for personal growth, using each encounter to reinforce our understanding and practice of virtue. Stoicism encourages us to act with kindness and compassion while maintaining clear judgment. Toxic people may be dealing with personal struggles or unaddressed issues, and showing compassion can remind us of their humanity. However, compassion does not mean tolerating or enabling harmful behavior. By remaining kind yet firm, we can extend understanding without compromising our own well-being or reinforcing negative patterns. Stoic compassion involves empathizing with others while remaining rational, showing that it is possible to care for others without being consumed by their toxicity. This balanced approach allows us to be kind without sacrificing our boundaries or getting entangled in unhealthy dynamics. Premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization, is a Stoic practice of mentally preparing for potential challenges. When we anticipate possible toxic behavior, we can mentally prepare our responses, reducing the likelihood of being caught off guard. Visualizing these scenarios helps us remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, enabling us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. This practice allows us to view toxic encounters as expected rather than shocking, equipping us with the mental resilience to handle them effectively. Negative visualization doesn't mean expecting the worst from people, but rather preparing ourselves for any outcome, building inner stability that withstands negativity. For Stoics, the pursuit of virtue and self-improvement is the ultimate goal, and it provides a constructive focus when dealing with toxic people. Rather than being drawn into others' negativity, we can view these situations as chances to practice patience, resilience, and self-control. Toxic individuals can serve as unintentional teachers, helping us develop our own virtues by challenging us to respond with integrity. By concentrating on our own growth and values, we avoid getting bogged down by negativity. This focus on self-improvement allows us to transform difficult interactions into opportunities for cultivating virtue and becoming a stronger, more centered person. Stoicism emphasizes patience and thoughtful decision-making, which are essential when dealing with toxic people. Rather than reacting impulsively, practicing deliberation allows us to respond in ways that align with our values. Toxic individuals often provoke or pressure others into reacting immediately. But by taking a moment to reflect, we can choose a rational response rather than an emotional reaction. This patience helps prevent escalation, preserving our energy and mental clarity. Practicing deliberation in response to toxicity demonstrates inner strength and restraint, qualities that prevent us from being easily swayed or disturbed. Mindfulness, a concept related to Stoic self-awareness, encourages us to remain present and focused, even in challenging situations. Toxic people may try to provoke or distract us, but by practicing mindfulness, we maintain our center. This presence of mind enables us to observe situations objectively, reducing the likelihood of being pulled into negativity. Stoic mindfulness involves being aware of our own thoughts and reactions, helping us stay rooted in our principles even when faced with toxicity. By grounding ourselves in the present, we build resilience and clarity, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Marcus Aurelius viewed adversity as an opportunity for growth, an approach that can transform how we handle toxic people. Rather than seeing them solely as sources of frustration, we can view toxic individuals as challenges that test our patience, resilience, and strength of character. By reframing these encounters as lessons, we empower ourselves to learn from them. Toxic individuals teach us to practice self-control, establish boundaries, and cultivate inner peace despite external negativity. This perspective turns adversity into a source of empowerment, allowing us to emerge from difficult interactions stronger and wiser. Stoicism values discernment, which includes knowing when to engage and when to walk away. Some situations, particularly with toxic individuals, may require us to withdraw for our own well-being. Walking away doesn't signify weakness, but rather shows self-respect and strength. If someone's behavior consistently harms our peace of mind, distancing ourselves can be the healthiest choice. Stoicism teaches that true strength lies in maintaining our virtue and peace, even if it means stepping away from toxic influences. By recognizing when to walk away, we protect our mental and emotional health, upholding our values and prioritizing our well-being. Stoic philosophy highlights the importance of surrounding oneself with wise and supportive individuals. When dealing with toxic people, finding a supportive network can provide us with perspective, encouragement, and guidance. Connecting with people who share our values can help us stay grounded, offering a counterbalance to the negativity we may encounter. Stoic communities allow us to reinforce our values, gain insights from others' experiences, and find strength in solidarity. By seeking wisdom and support, we empower ourselves to handle toxic situations with resilience and grace, benefiting from the encouragement of like-minded individuals.